In light of the protests over the in-custody death of George Floyd, which has sparked universal outrage, and I have watched the incident. It was heartbreaking, and I have done a lot of thinking and soul searching, thinking about what to do, what can we do about the incident. To do nothing is unacceptable. So the question is, what do we do? What can we do? What can I do? So I just thought of one idea for the police to perhaps help them improve their attitude. I believe that one of the problems, one of the root causes, one of the many root causes of police brutality is attitude. I understand that the officers in the United States have a hard job, have a difficult job to do, and there's risk to their lives every day. So many of them are understandably on edge when they go out to do their work. And then the enforcement part, the law enforcement part of the work, day in and day out, very often make officers, possibly make many officers lose sight of their duties, their primary duty, which I believe should be to serve and protect the community. And so I thought of an idea to help them realign and adjust their attitudes. I've heard people saying that police officers in the country need to be retrained, which is a good idea. But then just retraining, the training itself in most cases is primarily passive. It's passive learning for the officers, which might not be all that effective. So my idea is to have the officers periodically reassigned to doing community service oriented work, such as let's say 1 day out of the week or 1 week out of the month or something like that, periodically to work as let's say a crossing guard to help students cross the street or help seniors cross the street outside of senior centers, or to send officers to the community centers, to senior centers to communicate with them, send officers to schools to do outreach work, just to send officers to do direct community service and community outreach work, so that the officers get a break from enforcement duties, so that they can be reminded of their duties to serve the community, to provide service, so that they can get a break from the law enforcement, so that they can get an opportunity to readjust and realign their attitudes. I believe that if the officers did not go out with an attitude, the incident that we saw on TV in Buffalo of those officers shoving away that elderly man and making him fall and get injured would not have happened. But those officers, they were sent out to, basically they were sent out to fight. And they went out with a fighting attitude. So officers, they need to be reminded regularly, periodically, that their primary duty is to serve, is to provide a service, is to serve the communities, is to protect. So I hope this idea helps.